Hey guys, hello. Hi. We are starting a couple of minutes early tonight because I was already on here. I want to say hi to my parents, hi to Joey, hi to my cousins who be watching. How was your day, guys? Hello. My friends on Facebook, please say hi as you come in so I can greet you properly. Hey, Antoinette, I just emailed you. I just emailed you. Hey friends, as you guys come in, please say hi so I can greet you properly. Where else am I sending this to? And we're sharing this to... Hey Margaret. Okay. Okay, so we are all shared out on Facebook, and it just turned 8 o'clock, so now let me go to Instagram. How's you guys' day? How's your week going so far? You're not our mother, and you never were. Alright. Okay, so I gotta turn this around. Turn around. Pin this. And, okay. So we're here. Alright, hello Facebook friends. This is just a reminder. Two things. Hey, IG safety is key. One, please say hello because if we're not following each other, I don't know who's following. The only people I know who are in here right now are Antoinette and Margaret, and I want to be able to say hi to all of you guys. Second, there is a very long delay on Facebook, about 30 to 60 seconds. It's okay, girl. You can watch the replay. It's on YouTube and Facebook and IG. Second, there's a long delay on Facebook, about 30 to 60 seconds. So please don't feel like I'm ignoring you if you're writing something and I'm not responding right away. It's just that your response has not come through yet. So please be patient with me. If you're staying on Facebook now, if you want to join in more real time, you can come on over to Instagram at NPL Consulting Firm. But you're free to stay here on Facebook. Just give me a little grace. Okay. All right. So we are going to get started at 8:05, so that's about 4 minutes from now. We've got two stories today that are pretty meaty. I actually think they will probably take us to the end of our time, but if they don't, we will go into Q&A. So if you have any questions that you have been burning to ask me, start getting a couple of them together in case we have time at the end, okay? Well, I'm so hot. I've done a lot today. Hey, Essentially True. How you doing, darling? I'm like super hot. I bought a mini fridge and I was like setting that up and making dinner and putting out boxes, and I'm hot. But it's all right. We're getting started in 3 minutes. Make sure that you share this out to your friends at 8:05, your friends with business aspirations, your friends who are, who just started up. Send this out to them. Okay. Tonight we got some good stories. If we have any James Brown fans, if you are a fan of soul music, of R&B, pretty much any of today's modern music, you better be a fan of James Brown because he's probably had a hand in it. Hi, TB Moore. And we also have a story about Coachella. Every time I hear Coachella, the only thing I can think about is Beyonce's Beachella. Her performance at Coachella a couple years ago. I still watch Beachella on Netflix. I love my favorite routine is the ones getting to the money. I've been getting to the money. Beyonce. Love Beyonce. How many of y'all saw Black is King? How many of y'all have watched Black is King already? I have already seen it twice. I love it. If you've seen Black is King, give me a crown in the comments. We've got 2 more minutes before we get started. Listen, Black is King you had some tears going down my face. Okay, Beyonce did her thing. Say what you want about Beyonce. I don't understand how people don't like Beyonce. She is amazing. You guys need to watch it. It is so incredible. The visuals, and I was reluctant to watch it, but the visuals are amazing. Just think of it like an extended like music video. Crazy. Yes. Okay. Mr. James, yes. Antoinette is a fan of James Brown, yes. But Black is King was amazing. I might watch it again tonight. Yes, Queen B, hey. I'm going to learn a Beyonce routine one day, okay? I'm not too old yet. All right, we are getting started in less than a minute. So get your thinking caps on. Invite your friends when it's time. I got my City Girls radio in the back. Thank you for the crown, Italia. Because, City Girls gets me going. They're problematic, but their music gets me hype. All right, it's 8:05, so it is time to get started, my lovelies. All right. Let's get going. Hey, okay. All right, welcome. Happy Tuesday, everybody. Welcome to NPL Legal Dish. This is my Monday through Thursday live broadcast where I teach business and legal concepts using pop culture and celebrity news. If you are new to this broadcast, if you're here, you don't know who I am. I'm Natalie Pierre-Lewis. I'm the host of the show. I'm the owner and operator of NPL Consulting LLC, a business formation firm. What that means is I help people like yourself, people in the startup phase of your business, people who have ideas about starting a business. I help you get your business paperwork together. So things like getting your business registered with the state, getting EIN numbers and DUNS numbers, getting contracts together, hiring policies, basic brand protection strategies. I help you do all of those things. Okay. If you're wondering why is this lady qualified to help me do all of the things, why is she on the internet, talking about all this? Well, let me tell you. I'm a licensed attorney, have been one for 14 years and counting. I have started multiple businesses for myself and others, both online and offline. I've had many careers in the realms of entrepreneurship, the law, education, hospitality, and administrative support. And most important, I'm very passionate about making business and legal education as accessible to everyone as possible. Not everybody has the time, the money, or the desire to go to business school or to law school, but a lot of you have amazing business ideas, and if you're going to be successful in business, there are just some things that you need to know, okay? There's no way around it, so that's why I'm here. So if you want to work with me so that we can get your startup with a strong foundation so you can hit these business streets with confidence, I want you to go to linktr.ee/NPL Consulting Firm, okay? That is the only link in my bio on Instagram, and it is all over my page on Facebook, okay? At linktree/NPL Consulting Firm, you can book a free 15-minute consultation if you are a first-time client, so that we can see, what your needs are and assess how we can work together. You can also download the free Biz Launch cheat sheet that will help you get your dream business started in 7 days or less. And if you're looking for a crash course in entrepreneurship, like you don't know the first thing about starting a business and you just need somebody to sit you down and give you a good talk, I want you to go pick up Business Startup Basics. It is going to give you the rundown of what you need to know to make sure that your business is on solid ground, that your paperwork is together, that the IRS cannot come in and take your things, okay? So you can get Business Startup Basics for $59. Go to linktree/NPL Consulting Firm, okay? But that is enough about me. Let us get to the show. That is why you are here. For those of you who might be new, even though I see a lot of familiar faces. Hello, niece. I believe that's pronounced niece. Let me know if I'm right. This is how the show works. I pull stories from the news, stories that you guys send me, stories that I see on blog sites, and I pull the ones that have lessons that we can learn as business owners, as entrepreneurs, as people with a dream, or people who are just interested in how business and the law works, and we discuss these concepts, okay? So this is a time for you. Okay, cool, niece. So this is a time for you to ask your questions. This is a time for you to get involved in the conversation. As long as your comments and questions are respectful, nothing is off limits, okay? This is a time for us to educate ourselves and educate each other. So I want you to get involved. I'm going to ask you some questions, so you got to pay attention so you can give me the right letters and emojis and things that I need from you, all right? Cool. So we are going to get started right now, okay? First story that we are talking about tonight. If we have any James Brown fans in the house, please give me a cape emoji. If there is a cape emoji, give me the cape emoji. If there is not the cape emoji, give me one of them emojis with the helmet hair. If you are a James Brown fan or you know who James Brown is, either give me a cape emoji if we have a cape emoji, or give me one of them helmet hair emojis, okay? And I should see emojis from all of you. All of you should know who James Brown is. Okay? I'm waiting for my emojis because we can't go no further till I know that you guys know who the godfather of soul is, James Brown. He is the inspiration to a lot of your modern day, dancers and singers. He has a long history, a long catalog. He was an entertainer till the end. James Brown was an amazing entertainer. Thank you, niece. And as an amazing entertainer, he made a lot of money. And when he died, they had to figure out what to do with that money. And he had a lot of assets as well. He had a lot of copyrights for his music. Remember, when you create pieces of art, books, music, poems, sculptures, paintings, you get copyrights for them because you created it. It's your thing, so that you can say who gets to do what with what, right? So when James Brown died, he had a lot of money and a lot of copyrights. Oh, you can't find the emoji? Okay, you tried. Thank you for trying. He had a lot of money. But James Brown, unlike a lot of celebrities, he actually had a will, right? And in his will, he left the majority of his assets to a trust that was to provide funding for education for underserved children in, I believe, Georgia and one of the Carolinas. Okay. So, so James Brown, he's like, I can't take this stuff with me when I go. I've taken care of my children. Now the rest of this money, I want this, the proceeds from my copyrights and my music to go to this trust that I'm setting up. Here's the problem. Does anybody know who Tommy Ray Heine is? If you know who Tommy Ray Heine is, just give me a yes or a no in the comments, okay? I'm pretty sure most of you are going to say no. But at the time of James Brown's death, Tommy Ray Heine was his partner / wife. She claimed to be his wife. And when he died, she basically kind of, in her status as a wife, you don't know who she is? Okay, so in her status as a wife, she would be entitled to James Brown's copyrights upon his death. So she would inherit his copyrights upon his death. So when James Brown died, Tommy Ray Heine was like, hey, I'm James Brown's wife. Now, she was much younger. She was not the mother of his children, right? And she was, I want to say, at least 30 years younger than him. But she said that she was James Brown's wife, and she went against the will and basically has been hoarding the money from James Brown's estate. And there's been a battle between her and James Brown's children for almost 10 years, trying to, disentangle James Brown's assets so that they can go where James Brown said. Because it's not like James Brown didn't tell people what he wanted done with their money. But now this is getting a little bit off topic of what we talk about. But in certain situations, a wife, when the husband dies, or a husband if the wife dies, if they don't like the will that their spouse left, they can contest it. So Tommy Ray Heine, she contested James Brown's will, and it has been tied up in litigation. Now, James Brown's kids, they were not happy about this. As a matter of fact, after James Brown died, they locked her out of his house. They did not like this woman, and they have been fighting with her in court for the last 10 years over their father's assets. And his copyrights, because the money that is generated from licensing out James Brown's music is supposed to be going to fund this charity or this trust that James Brown set up before he died. So there has been an update in this case as of recently. Tommy Ray Heine, yes, they're still fighting, TB Moore, but there has been a victory of sorts on the side of James Brown's children. It was recently found that Tommy Ray Heine was not actually James Brown's legal wife. Why does my phone keeps like timing out on me in terms of the lighting. Yes. So Tommy Ray Heine was found to not be James Brown's legal wife at the time of his death. Why? Because Tommy Ray Heine was still married when she married James Brown. She said that she had, terminated her marriage with her previous husband, but it was found that she was still legally married when she married James Brown. So that made their marriage, that nullified their marriage. So the court found that Tommy Ray Heine was not actually James Brown's legal wife, and therefore she's not entitled to any of his copyright, rights due to his death. So basically now Tommy Ray Heine, she is out of luck. The court is in the process of putting back together James Brown's assets so that the money can actually go where he wanted it to, where it can be according to his will. And I don't know what Tommy Ray Heine is going to do. Now, she said that she had promised to give a portion of the proceeds from the copyright licensing, to the charity, but there has been no evidence of that. But now that she has been proven to not have been his legal wife at the time because she was already married, she has no rights, and James Brown's money, his copyright fees, are going to go where they're supposed to. And I am sure his children are doing a dance of joy. I'm getting a lot of wows in the comments. Yes. Right? So can you imagine your daddy worked so hard for, I don't know how long, James Brown's career spanned decades. And then some lady that he met a few years before he died came in and just tried to take all his stuff. Wouldn't you be mad too? Well, congratulations to James Brown's children, and congratulations to James Brown, because the money that he's worked so hard to make, the career, the legacy that he made, it's going to benefit those who are underserved. He was really passionate about education, apparently, and he wanted, to be able to fund this trust for underserved children, and now that's going to be able to happen. Hello, Phenomenal Chef. TB Moore is not happy. TB Moore is giving me the angry face. You mad at Tommy Ray Heine? TB Moore, I'm mad at her too. You knew you weren't that man's wife. Anyway, but good luck to James Brown's children. I hope they get every penny that they deserve. All right. So oh yes. Yes. Okay, so we are going to Yes. Okay, so we're going to move on to our next story, all right? Like I said, we might end early today, so get your questions ready if you have any for me, because we will just do Q&A for the rest of the episode, right? We go till 8:35, so depending on what time we end, we might have about, 5 or so minutes to do questions, okay? All right. Has anybody watching, have any of you ever been to Coachella? Or if you've been to Coachella, give me a C in the comments. For those of you who may not know what Coachella is a very large music festival that happens in LA or California. All the biggest, performances are out there. Beyonce headlined a few years ago, and she made a whole recording. What's it called? I keep forgetting the name of Beyonce's performance for Coachella. What was it called when it came to Netflix? I forgot. Anyway, oh, whoa. Yeah. But anyway, so Coachella, it's a huge music festival, right? Now, we know that due to the circumstances of the world now, pretty much everybody is at home and everything has turned virtual, right? And there have been a lot of virtual, there's been Zoom meetings, there have been DJ sets, and there are even starting to be festivals being held online, right? Now, there is a charity that is based in the United Kingdom that is called MS Trust. They are a charity that gives free information about muscular sclerosis and training and and give funding for specialized nursing to treat multiple sclerosis. Okay. So this charity that is dedicated to multiple sclerosis, they planned a virtual festival and they wanted to call it Coachella. Not Coachella, Coachella. Couchella. Hi, Mark Joseph. Okay. The festival was supposed to take place, or it is going to take place, August 22nd. But the thing was, when they tried to register the name of this virtual festival and called it Coachella, Coachella came knocking at the door saying, "Hey girl, so your name, it's kind of similar." Yes, TV More, they said the name is too close. Now, Coachella is one of the most well-known music festivals around the world. Their tickets sell out in minutes, and they are hundreds and hundreds, if not thousands of dollars. I'm not going to Coachella because I don't like crowds. But Coachella is where you see the biggest and brightest celebrities. Beyonce has performed there. You see Rihanna who goes there. You see Lizzo perform. All of the biggest names perform at this festival, Coachella. So, even though this charity, as well-meaning as they are, they want to hold this virtual festival so they can raise money for multiple sclerosis, you cannot violate Coachella's trademarks by calling your at-home festival Coachella. Hi, Matthew V. So when Coachella came knocking at the door and said, "Hey, girl, your name is too close," the people at MS Trust said, "You know what, Coachella? You got it." Why? Because they said, "We thought about fighting them about the name, but one, it's Coachella. They're a big company. And two, we don't want to waste any money fighting legal fees when all of this money could go to, research to cure multiple sclerosis." So the people at this multiple sclerosis charity, MS Trust, they decided it was not in their best interest to fight the Coachella people over this name, Coachella. So they have changed the name of their festival to the MS Trust Home Festival. So if any of you, if the cause of multiple sclerosis is close to your heart, you might want to check out the MS Trust Home Festival, right? So I want to know from you guys, do you think that this was a good move? Okay, one, do you think that this was kind of a bullying move by Coachella? Because MS Trust, they're a charity, they're trying to raise money for a good cause. Do you think Coachella should have just let them have it? Or two, do you think Coachella, do you think MS Trust, the company that was trying to have Coachella, do you think they did the smart thing by not fighting Coachella? Hi, Rachel the investor. Rochelle the investor, I should say. So those are my two questions for you. Do you think that Coachella was being a bully by asking this charity to change their name, even though they're trying to raise money for a good cause? And 2, do you think the charity was smart for not fighting Coachella? Okay, I'm getting yeses all around. You think Coachella was right? They have to defend their mark. That is absolutely right. It doesn't matter if the person using your mark is, a charity, a church, the Pope. If it's your trademark, you need to defend it, because you don't want to risk it becoming generic, particularly something that generates as much revenue as Coachella does. All right. Phenomenal Chef said they did the smart thing. MS Trust Charity, yeah, they did the smart thing. TB Moore said they're not a bully at all. Rochelle the Investor said yes. All right. So you guys are in agreement with what happened here. Coachella did the right thing and Coachella did the right thing. That's absolutely right. Coachella has spent so much money on marketing, right? So much so that, there have been kind of offshoot festivals. They're not official or anything, but Coachella has kind of become the blueprint. In DC, they have something called Mochella that started a couple of years ago to support the go-go music movement. Now, there is no official movement to trademark Mochella, but they do call it Mochella. But the day that they try and go to the USPTO and try and trademark Mochella, trust and believe Coachella will be at the door saying, girl, what do you think you're doing, right? So you have to be very careful with how you name your products and services and events. You don't know who's out there watching. You don't want to build your reputation on the back of another business, right? Be original. That is the crux of this. When it comes to intellectual property, the main thing that you need to do to protect yourself is be original. Don't copy anybody. That is the best way to keep yourself out of trouble. All right. So MS Trust, they did the right thing. They were like, you know what? We want to spend this money on research to cure multiple sclerosis, so we are just going to change the name. It is not worth it to us. So good job to them and good job to Coachella. So, like I said, we were probably going to end early tonight. Those were the 2 stories that I had for you. James Brown's fake wife got put out by the kids. And Coachella's name is safe, right? So now we have about 10 minutes. So I want to give you guys time to ask questions. We don't usually have this much time, but I want you to ask me any of your business formation questions. If you have questions about contracts, if you have questions about any of the stories that we cover, anything that you remember that you're like, oh, has there been an update about that? Now is your time to ask. If you have questions about, contracts, brand protection strategies, trademarks, patents, copyrights, hiring policies, EIN numbers, registering your business with the state. Now is the time for you guys to ask, okay? You don't even have to book an appointment. I want to get into the habit of doing more Q&A with you guys, because I know that it's usually just kind of like I come with the stories, we kiki a little bit, and then we sign off. But, while we do learn things here, I want you guys to be able to apply it to your own situation. So I want to try and leave more room at the end so that you guys, if you're kind of confused about how something applies to you, you can take some time and mull it around. Okay. Hi, Sweet Mimi's Goodie Basket. What a cute name. I love that. Yes. So now is your time to ask me questions. Again, if you want to book an appointment with me, you can go to linktr.ee/nplconsultingfirm. And about the 4th button down, you're going to see the button to book your one-on-one coaching session. If you're a first-time client, you have the option of the free 15-minute consultation. As well, I have Talk to Me Tuesdays, where you can get a 25-minute session with me for $25. This is an option that is best if you just kind of have a series of rapid-fire questions and we can get them done, in a chunk. And then after that, my 1-hour sessions start at $247. As well, your girl is a professional nerd. I love being nerdy, and I write and make a lot of things. I have a lot of digital products to help you on your business journey. I write a lot of ebooks. I make a lot of workbooks. So And I have a lot of video training. So if you go to linktr.ee/NPL consulting firm, I want you to go and peruse some of the video trainings that I have, because they might help you in your journey of being a startup. Antoinette Vasquez asks, if we have a legal business name but use a DBA for one business, can we do another DBA under the umbrella of the legal name for a different business? Okay. So if I'm understanding your question, you have the business at the top, you have two businesses at the bottom, and you want DBAs for both of them. If that is what you're saying, if that's what you're saying, please let me know yes or no. If that's what you're trying to do. Hi, Israel. If that is what you're trying to do, let me know. So you have your umbrella at the top, and then you've got these two companies under it, but you want them both to go by DBAs. My friends on the okay, yeah, that's absolutely, you can absolutely do that, because as long as your businesses are registered and you register them with an official DBA, there's no reason why you can't use a DBA for both businesses. You just have to let the state know. Okay. Yes, good question. Very good question. Any more questions, guys? We've got about 6 more minutes before we got to close out. For those of you who are not subscribed to my YouTube channel, look, I want to get a check from YouTube too, right? If you want to watch all the replays of the show from way back when the lighting was horrible. I want you to go to linktr.ee/NPL consulting firm and click the subscribe to my YouTube channel button. I want y'all on my YouTube channel as well. If you can't watch the video, you can subscribe to the podcast at linktr.ee/NPL consulting firm as well. All right. So there are many different ways that you can catch the replays to this. Now that IGTV is letting you store the videos, I store these videos there as well, and on Facebook. So there are tons of places where you can re-watch my past videos, where there are a lot of lessons that you can learn as well. Okay. What else do I want to tell you guys? We got about 5 more minutes, and I want to give y'all the full time to ask your questions, but it's okay if you don't have them. I don't want to push y'all, but yes. So while we close out, I want to invite you guys to come back and join me tomorrow night for more stories. Again, I'm going to try to leave some time for Q&A. But if you find any stories that you want me to talk about, please send them to me. I love when you guys send me stories. It lets me know that you guys are engaged. I also want to thank you guys for your presence here tonight. Having you guys here makes this so much more fun. I remember when I started doing this over, I think I've been doing this for 3 years now? 2 years? Anyway, I remember when I started, I had 0 watchers. Okay, it was me and the camera. And now look at this. I have like a whole community, and that really makes me feel good. You asked a question? I'm sorry, Rochelle. Where's your question? Rochelle, where's the question? Hold on, guys. I'm trying to, Rochelle, I don't see your question, honey. See, this is why I got to keep checking. Rochelle, can you please put your question about building business credit? Okay. Someone asked about business credit the other night. I don't know anything about business credit. I'm not the person to ask. Anything I know about business credit, I have learned from business credit professionals. So what I would do is refer you to them. And the professionals that I would refer you to, they are on Instagram at BizCreditRocks. At BizCreditRocks. I went to a conference last August? No. I went to a conference last April, and that company, they did an entire presentation teaching us how business credit works. And there are a lot of nuances to it. So I would suggest that you go follow at BizCreditRocks, Rochelle the investor. Okay. Actually, I will type the Instagram handle in the comments for you. Okay. There. Rochelle the investor, I put their Instagram handle in the comments for you, okay? They will be able to give you better guidance on business credit than I can. Anything I tell you is going to be very basic and will have to come with a disclaimer. All right, and I don't want to lead you the wrong way. You're welcome, Sweet Mimi's Goodie Basket. I love that name. Okay, so yes, no problem, hun. Yes, so we've got a couple minutes left. If we don't have any more questions, we're going to close out for the evening. Come join me back tomorrow. Bring your friends, tell them about me. Yes, and that's all I have for you tonight. Take care of yourselves. Wash your hands, stay inside. Y'all, look, I'm sick of being home. Please tell your friends and family, wear your masks and stay home and wash your hands because I'm tired of being home. I would like to travel. Our passport is not good anywhere anymore. I'm sick of being home. Okay. Sweet Mimi's, we will be back on tomorrow at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We are on Monday through Thursday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, okay? 7 Central, I want to say 5 Pacific. I'm not sure about the time difference. But yes, we will be back tomorrow. Have a good night, y'all. Bye.